big announcement, big joint venture involving batteries. How much of the demand that GM has over the next 5 years or so will this facility be able to provide?
Well, we think this is a very important strategy, and we're honored to be working with LG Chem. We have a long relationship, and when we look at their technical capability, coupling that with the expertise of the two companies, we think this is really going to advance our path to an all-electric future. And this battery plant is a very important part to providing the volume for the electric vehicles we'll be producing in the United States. So it will be very significant.
And it also is in Lordstown, Ohio, which is no coincidence because there is that facility being closed down, and General Motors is closed down in Lordstown. How will this compare with what you're losing in Lordstown?
Well, from the assembly plant, that because of the demand of small cars, we announced and closed. That has been purchased by Lordstown Motors, and there is a plan for them to build commercial vehicles. We're very focused on the Lordstown area because of the great capabilities of the workforce and the warm welcome that we're getting from the state of Ohio to do this work there. So we think it's very significant. It can be, we anticipate 1,100 jobs being created. So very significant commitment to Ohio and the capability that they have there.
So, Mr. Shin, a similar question to you from LG Chem's point of view. How significant is this new venture in terms of your overall plans for supplying batteries for electric vehicles?
Yeah, this is very significant to LG Chem. LG Chem has been developing and commercializing battery technology since 1995. So we have some 25 years of experience in commercializing battery, and it's quite an honor for us and quite a historic event for LG Chem to join General Motors to form this joint venture in Lordstown, Ohio. We are bringing the best battery technology to the joint venture to create the future together, to share the vision that Mary Barra laid out, all future electric.
So Mary, obviously this is important for General Motors as it moves forward with electric vehicles. At the same time, the amount of money paid for the employees for this venture will be less than what was paid in the past. Is that something we should expect going forward as we move to electric vehicles?
Well, I think you have to look at how vehicles and the tradition of what is an assembly rate versus a component rate. We have to be competitive to win in the electric vehicle space, and so we will have component level wages, but that is a very competitive wage. So I think this is important for us to understand as we move forward.
Mary, obviously this is a significant move for General Motors, not just to move into electric vehicles, also on the financing side, because there's a fair amount of investment that's required as you move into electric vehicles as well as autonomous vehicles. This will help in the investment. Are you giving up some of the upside, though, as well through a joint venture?
I actually think, we're bringing expertise that is going to allow both companies, LG Chem and General Motors, to win and be leaders in battery technology and supporting the battery electric vehicles that are going to win in the marketplace. So I see this as 1 + 1 is equaling 3.
Where else, Mary, will you be looking for a supply of batteries besides this joint venture with LG Chem?
Well, LG has already been a very significant battery cell supplier for General Motors. This is a huge step and making it even more important with the strategic alignment. So, we do have other battery manufacturers, but LG this is very significant, and we see it providing much of the battery cells that we need for our North America plans.
Mary, we're mindful of the fact that you got a UAW deal done after some difficulty. Is it a coincidence that this is being announced now, or did this have to wait actually for the new UAW agreement so you could go forward with this joint venture?
This is actually something that LG Chem and General Motors have discussed, and we were able to put the deal together very quickly, and we're announcing it because we're excited to get the project going, not only the battery cell manufacturing, but the joint development agreement that we have. So we're on a very accelerated timeline because we believe in an all-electric future.
Yeah, how accelerated? When will we start first seeing batteries come out of this joint venture?
Well, I don't think we've announced a specific date, but we plan to be breaking ground next year, and then we'll move as quickly as we can while still partnering with LG and their other supply capability.